I think that we need a more intelligent approach to a lot of problems. The problem of the homeless is a prime example. Now, I don't doubt for 1 minute that there are people who choose to be homeless. That's a very well known phenomenon. The drifter, the hobo, um, the anti hero of the Postman Always Swings Twice. Frank Chambers was a good example of that. He liked the open road. He liked to, go from, freight train car to freight train car to just kind of knock around. Okay. But there's a lot of homeless people who are not hobos, not drifters. They just couldn't pay their rent. Okay. The problem is they just didn't have enough money to pay their rent and they got evicted. Okay. Now, why did they have enough money to pay the rent? Okay. Rent can be hard to pay even if you're in like a place like I was in, which was just a one little lousy room rented from from a landlady. It was just one room with access to a bathroom, and that was all I had, but it was still expensive. Okay, and some people just don't earn enough money to afford the necessities. Okay, and the tedious refrain, get a job, you know, that just doesn't work because, for one thing, a lot of homeless people are working. They're just not making enough money to afford all the necessities. In addition, if you have no address, you have no place to shower regularly, you aren't really likely to get a job, or especially not a job that pays well. People don't want to hire somebody who has no address. Okay. And also, there is a thing of, do some of them have bad habits? You better believe they do. Are a lot of them alcoholics? Yes. A lot of them drug addicts? Yes. But there are drug addicts on Park Avenue and alcoholics on Park Avenue. There are alcoholics and drug addicts living in mansions in Beverly Hills. Okay? But those are addicts and drug and alcoholics who have money. Okay? The difference is just that these people don't have money. Now, does that mean that I don't place any blame on them for their bad habits? Of course not. They do deserve some blame. But there is also a chicken and the egg question. It can be very difficult to keep up good habits if you don't have a place to sleep. If you have to sleep out in the rough, you might have to get drunk in order to get to sleep. And if, your life is going really bad, there is a tendency to, to try to make it go better through, not to try to make it go through better, but to comfort yourself very often with alcohol or with some other sort of drug. And at the same time, though, as we're hassling all these people for taking drugs, we're also criticizing other people who don't take drugs. Those are mentally ill people who don't take their medications. But, so there's kind of irony there. But I really think that the main problem of most homeless people, and again, I am leaving out the hobo, I'm leaving out the vagabond, are simply that they don't have enough money to afford housing. Okay? And that, I think, also should be the primary goal, is to get them into housing. And we should try to do that before we try to conquer, whatever bad habits they have. Hope you liked hearing that. Bye.